Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. I'm going to give out. There I am. Okay. Sorry. Doing my little tech check. Hello. I'm glad you're here. Whoa, my screen is messing up, but I think that everything's connected. Hopefully, you can hear me okay. And feel free to drop a hi or comment for anyone who joins in. I'm going to pop off of that screen and read my notes. So if you do make a comment, I won't answer right away, but I'll come back to the comments at the end and answer any questions if you post them. Before I do begin, my name is Hallie. I am the creator and founder of this awesome Facebook group, How to Single Without Loneliness. And I'm a life coach, and I specialize in helping women who have had to put career first and love last, or kids first and love last, and just love of their life, basically. Women who are beyond ready to live a full life. They're tired of going it alone, and they're open to love, but don't want to waste precious time, especially months or even years in the wrong relationship, another wrong relationship, a relationship that is frustrating, depleting, and stagnant. If that is you, I can help make your single life a lot more enjoyable and purposeful. So I've had a lot of people ask me a bit about, and I don't want to go into it too much off topic, but I am a certified resilience mentor with the HeartMath Institute. And this is a really important part of the coaching that I provide. And one of the tools that is a part of this is this little device. And it's super cool. So I'm going to have a hard time probably doing it without a mirror, but you clip it onto your earlobe right there. Oh, knocked my earphone out. But you clip it onto your earlobe, and then it is Bluetooth, and it hooks up to your phone. You put an app on your phone. I teach, this is a big part of the Love Lab program moving forward in 2022. That sounds so weird to say. And we've definitely been introducing it and using the tools from the HeartMath Institute in the Love Lab program up to now. But next year, it's going to be an even bigger part. And if you're interested in learning more about this device and how it helps you develop heart coherence, then I can tell you lots about it and how easy it is to use. It's a great tool to learn mindfulness and self-awareness, and to allow you to really be connected with the wisdom of your heart. Our hearts know, so there's just so much intelligence, wisdom in our hearts, that it is, science is just now kind of proving what man has known for so long, and that is just that wisdom of our heart. And this is a way to get into heart coherence, so you can listen to the wisdom of your heart on a deeper level and know what is truly right for you. It makes living life so much easier, and it makes overthinking, it zaps overthinking. And believe me, I say that because I am a self-proclaimed recovering overthinker, and I used to live in like paralysis by analysis over everything. And HeartMath, becoming building my resilience, has helped me tremendously. I had known so much just in the self-help. I've been working with coaches and shamans and astrologers and therapists and everything, just personally, for over a decade. And this tool, this process that I went through to become a certified resilience mentor, has shifted so much for me, like fast. So it's really cool. So a lot of people have asked specifically about the device, and that does come as part of the Love Lab program in 2022, and then teaching you how to use it. So if you want to learn more, please reach out to me. But it's really cool. and part of what we do in the Love Lab is the heart math, building the resilience. Then also the tools of the Love Lab are built upon these 5 pillars. And if you want to just learn all the 5 pillars, and I call them shifts, then you can watch my webinar, and where I line them all out in this 1-hour video and give you a lot of what you need if you're a DIYer and you don't really want you think you can do it on your own. Awesome. And I know you can if you think you can, so go for it. But oftentimes women just want some help. I like to say it's like not knowing when we can't see our blind spots, and that's why they're blind spots. So today I'm sharing a bit of how I do that, and I'm walking you through the second shift that women make in my 12-week program called the Love Lab. And that shift is that they upgrade their expectations. This isn't sitting around saying, I'm so great, I deserve everything I want, I deserve a wonderful man, and I'm not going to settle for anything less, all that, right? That's great. It's not faking it until you make it, or praying, or just waiting for guidance and then expecting this spontaneous enlightenment. I see a lot of people doing that. And again, it feeds into that overthinking, paralysis by analysis. It's really a very disempowering place to live. So when I work with women, I help them get started doing what they can from where they are. This action is in small steps, and it makes them a lightning rod to that divine guidance that they're seeking, and that spontaneous enlightenment. So here is the truth. The life that you want to be living, a life that is filled with true love, is possible. It's possible for anyone who allows it into their life. Anyone who hasn't had a passionate, emotionally connected love, maybe never, that is because they haven't opened up to experiencing that, because it's not fully connected within them. None of this is shame or blame. It's awareness. And it's there for everyone. If it's not showing up, it's blocked or it's being protected, and that's what you've needed to do. So none of this is looking back. It's all moving forward, and it leads to a very disconnected life when your expectations are not in alignment with what you truly know that you deserve. It's very lonely. It's a very lonely place to live. It can feel very isolating. And I say all of that because I know, because I used to live there. And let me tell you a little bit more about why this is such an important shift. So before I upgraded my expectations through the process that I teach, I really struggled to speak up whenever I wanted certain things. This was a lifelong pattern. And or maybe when I did speak up, I was told I was too rigid, or I was being pushy or needy, or the grass is always greener. I was being like ungrateful. I see this all the time with the women that I coach. So when women have this block, it really does become impossible for them to move relationships forward, because they always feel misunderstood or overlooked, and they are always worried that what they have or want it's at risk of slipping away. It's really on shaky ground. It's a very unsettling place to live life. And it causes health problems. It can cause health problems. It often, like, high functioning depression through way of maybe constant worry about the future, self-doubt, anxiety, all those terrible things that are just sending so many bad hormones through your body, and cause a lot of outer problems, A super common way I see women blocking great love from coming to them is by settling. So this shows up in all areas of life, not just the men they date. They're often being disrespected by coworkers or colleagues, kids, their children, or maybe even their siblings, and maybe their ex. When you settle, you attract exactly what you don't want, because you're blocking out the really great things in life that are trying to find you and trying to get in. And it's easy to determine if you're settling. And you can look in relationships, especially when it comes to dating. It's just by looking at the results. So you are attracting a variety of things. You could be attracting like liars or narcissists. You might be attracting men, or whoever you choose to date, men or women, who are needy or insecure. They might make you feel like the leader in the relationship, and that doesn't feel great, right? And there's just out of balance. Cheaters, who maybe make you feel crazy because you're just not even trusting what's happening because they're gaslighting you. One night stands. You could often feel just like a used piece of meat. Projects, those people who just suck all your energy because you see the potential in them, but they're not seeing it themselves, or they're not stepping up to the plate, and it's just like such an out of balance relationship. Or maybe even manipulators. Control freaks. They keep telling you someday you'll be the priority when the kids are grown, or someday when I retire, but then someday never shows up. So the waiting is just really cutting away every day at your relationship. So simply put, this settling and then not upgrading your expectations really brings in partners that don't light you up. Partners who do not make life easy, partners who just aren't good to be around for you. Truthfully, partners who make you start not wanting to date or not wanting to be in a relationship, and you can start thinking that it's easier to live alone. They make you feel uncertain or full of doubt, and honestly, they do make it sound a little bit better to live single and rather than being in a relationship with them, which is a big trap. And I don't want you to fall into it. So I'm not pushing marriage, but I am of the belief, I know that it's one of our basic human needs for love and belonging. We are built to enjoy that. So the truth is, true love is possible for anyone who really allows it to come into their life. There's no age limit. There's no rules. The love is as abundant as oxygen. And it's not something only, quote unquote, the lucky people are lucky enough to find. And if it's not something that you have right now, then I would just ask you, take a look at this and see where your expectations are for yourself, and are they in alignment with how you really live. So once my clients upgrade their expectations, they do begin investing their time in the right people. They don't waste time on silly little things that a lot of single women can get caught up on. They just end up, they don't get stood up, they don't get ghosted, they don't get confused by mixed signals, and they do all this without that worry of being let down. It's a process. It's not like a flip of a switch. Some are still working on it in the Love Lab, but it comes, and we create the space for it to come quickly, so and safely, so it feels like a really natural. You develop it really naturally in the container that I've created. And this is why so many people do shy away from expectations, from expecting better. A lot of times they're trying to avoid that disappointment because they haven't done the inner work that is necessary to be able to be that emotionally resilient to when things, we can't guarantee how somebody else is going to be. We can only guarantee ourselves and how we manage our emotions. So a lot of times it's this protection that we put up. We are protecting ourselves by not thinking that we're protecting ourselves. by not upgrading our expectations or lowering our expectations. But it does not need to be this way. As you develop your own emotional intelligence and you learn to manage your emotions so your emotions don't manage you, then you learn that it is safe and dare I say necessary for you to set your expectations high. You have to focus forward rather than backwards, because that's how you're going to get to where you want to go, unless you want to go backwards. If you want to go back to the past, then that's another thing. This is all about creating the life that you want moving forward. When my clients make this shift, it is not a quick flip, but it is a process that is so worth it. And once they do begin living from that place, they know they're on the right path. They're driven by their dreams. They are inspired by life, and life just starts, it makes sense. Everything is clicking. And they call in those relationships that inspire them, that help them move forward, those relationships that make life fun and easier and enjoyable and adventurous, and they become inspiring to those around them, which is so amazing. That's just the good part, is that contagious behavior. Now, we've learned a lot about contagion recently over the past couple of years, and this is the good contagious part. Everyone around them notices that they're just living in an entirely different way, a new way, and it's just amazing. They're being more of who they are. So the truth is, we don't get the life that we deserve. We get the life that we settle for, and we law of attraction. If you're familiar with it at all, we don't attract what we want. If we did, everybody would be getting what they want, right? We attract who we are. So if your love life or any part of your life is uninspiring or completely just stalled out, it is because you need to upgrade your expectations. And once you make this shift, meeting that life and meeting the people in that life that you want to be with really is effortless. You do become this lightning rod that attracts it, and all that desperation or frustration, it just really slips away. And dare I say, magic happens because just great people pursue you. It is a feeling of being pulled towards the life that you want, not being pushed or trying to fit that square peg in a round hole, or vice versa. So when you are with some people that support you, a man that supports you, in that relationship that supports you, and living that life that is inspiring and excited about the future, then life is just you're living it on a different level, just with ease, fun, and peace. And one of my clients that I wanted to share a short little history of, or case study, is a woman that I worked with a year or so ago, and she had just all these expectations that were put on her by her mother. After her divorce, her mother was so afraid that she was going to be the spinster, the matron that just never remarries, the woman with 1,000 cats, and she was just like, date this man, make it happen, to the man that showed up in her life. And he was not right for her at all. And she knew it. He did not light her up. He was good on paper. He just didn't light her up. She was settling. She was totally settling, and it was showing up in all parts of her life. It was showing up in the way she parented it. It was showing up in her motivation. It was showing up in her confidence. It was showing up in all these unhealthy ways, physically and mentally, because she was just hearing these stories, these horror stories of how hard it is to find somebody great later in life. But they aren't true. So once she upgraded her expectation, an amazing man showed up, and it was somebody she already knew through work, and the rest is just like magic, right? Almost literally, he fell into her path, and now she is with him, and he absolutely built her up. She is in a wildly supportive relationship that's just fun and healthy, and has that balance that they are both supporting each other, just the way that we are built to live. And she is so empowered by this love and by her love life. and things are just clicking along. So great for her. So I wanted to pass that along as inspiration. And as I said, this is just one of the areas that I help women transform when they work with me. And I want to be really transparent that it's only a piece. And without the other pieces, it's kind of like telling you one item in a recipe that has about 10 other items or more. And they all work together. And unless you have the entire recipe, and use the recipe in the right way, then it's a little bit difficult to do. So I do not want to oversimplify things, but I do want to share with you the knowledge that I have in the best way that I can without working together. And also I have a lot of other opportunities in this group for you to check out through my Facebook Lives and things like that. So I hope that this helps. And if you have any questions, I'm going to pop back on and see. Nobody is asking questions, so that is great. But I hope that if you watch this on the replay, you will post a question or reach out to me with a private message. Make sure that if you want to learn more about the shifts or about the heart math that we teach, anything that you're interested in, if you want to make the changes in your life, you want to start them now, then reach out, because we got it all figured out for you and make it really easy. And you can schedule a call with us, or you can just private message me and we can get you started, or just send me a question and I'll point you in the right directions. Maybe we're not the right answer for you, and that's cool too. But we want you to be living your best life, because that's how we all move ahead. All right. So again, my name is Hallie. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys all have a great week, and come back here later in the week and I will cover shift number 3, which is what I call the secret weapon. And it is build it and it will come. It's just so obvious, and so many women are missing this secret weapon, and it's a beautiful thing to see it start happening. So I'm excited to share that with you, and I will talk to you later this week. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.